Walk like a guy. I stopped chasing love the day I started chasing purpose. Stood up in the mirror, said I'm worth more than the surface. Feast my crown before I ever asked nobody to see it. Started walking different and the universe believed it. Shoulders back and chest out like my ancestors are watching. Every step intentional, ain't nobody gonna stop it. Used to beg for love like it was something I was lacking. Now I move in silence and the right one came attracted. I didn't find her, she found me. Standing in my life, standing in my peace. The moment I became the man I prayed to be, she appeared like God and said everything. Walk back to God, walk back to God. Stand in your power and your God is gon' come. Walk back to God, walk back to God. She don't want no boy running, she want a man who's done. Walk back to God, walk back to God. Fix your crown, king, your best is yet to come. Just walk back to God, and everything you need gon' find you where you stand. She said I love the way you move, like you already know. Like every room you step in rearranges for your soul. I told her, baby, I was broken not that long ago, but I decided I was golden and the rest just flow. Now she my goddess and I'm building her a temple. Not from diamonds or from dollars, something deeper, something gentle. Every morning that I wake up next to grace like this. I think the man I chose to be for bringing me to this. I didn't find her, she found me. Standing in my life, standing in my peace. The moment I became the man I prayed to be, she appeared like God and said everything. Kings don't.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Sunrise Sadhana. My name is Anthony. I'm going to put the theme of the class up on the screen today. It comes from The Path to Peace, a book I received from visiting the Mahayana Buddhist temple on the Chinese New Year this year. It's been an incredible aid in my own inner peace. So I'm theming the yoga class every day with the daily devotional in that book. That's tomorrow's. Today's theme: only when we are at peace with ourselves will we be able to live peacefully with others. Only when we are at peace with ourselves will we be able to live peacefully with others. Okay, let's get into it. We start class every day with 3 deep breaths. Today we're going to breathe. We're going to move. We're going to do some mantra. We're going to do some dharana, dhyana, pratyahara. All these steps in the Raja Yoga path to make our way to inner peace. So, let's begin. 3 deep breaths and the beginning mantra. Find a comfortable seat. Sukhasana, easy seat. Padmasana, Ardha Padmasana. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Sit up tall. Close the eyes, gaze at the third eye point. Pause the exhale through the nose. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Pause at the top. Exhale through the nose. Try and exhale twice as long as you inhale. Inhale in through the nose. Make the sound of the ocean. Ujjayi breath. Pause at the top. Smooth out, elongate the exhale. Full exhale. Let's inhale for 4. Pause at the top. Exhale for 8. Again, like that. Inhale, one long line from the root, the belly, the chest, the throat, third eye, to the heavens. Pause. Exhale through the nose. One long line back down. 8 seconds. One more like that. Deep breath in, into the belly, into the chest. Pause. 8-second exhale. Smooth, slow, full. You can blink the eyes open. We'll say a mantra. The beginning mantra is Om Namo Gurudev Namo. I'll put it here on the screen. We'll say it 3 times. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. It means I recognize, I honor, and I bow to the teachers and the teachings that have come before. Okay. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Put it back on the screen here. We'll rub our hands together to generate prana, to start to feel into the subtle body. We'll close our eyes, deep breath in, and we'll say it 3 times. You can say it with me. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Mantra means mind projection. So as we begin our yoga practice, we always say this mantra to begin to create a visualization, to begin to change our vibration, to begin to craft the vibration that we want to elevate our minds, bodies, and souls to. And we'll say another mantra throughout class and at the end today. We'll continue the silent mantra, the breath, the ocean, the sound of the ocean. Anytime the mind wanders, bring the breath back to the breath, the silent mantra. As thoughts arise, emotions arise, we bring our mind, we project back to the sound of the ocean, the breath, the silent mantra. Ujjayi, the sound of the ocean. Slight constriction in the back of the throat as you inhale. And you exhale. Same thing. Sound of the ocean. As if you're trying to fog up a glass or a mirror. Okay? We'll do some Kundalini. We'll do some stretching, some asana practice. We'll move. We'll generate energy here in the engine room near the solar plexus. We'll also continue with this theme, which I'll put back on the screen here. Hopefully. Only when we are at peace with ourselves will we be able to live peacefully with others. We're going to explore the connection between internal harmony and external relationships through Kundalini movement, breathwork, and this path to peace reflection on finding peace within ourselves first. We cultivate the steady inner state necessary to live peacefully with others. This class is for anyone looking to resolve inner conflict and project a more grounded, harmonious energy into their life and into their community. Kundalini really focuses on generating energy first. So we'll begin to do that. We'll warm up the spine, and we're going to have a great day. Let's begin. Begin with spinal plexus. Easy seat. Grab the shins. Inhale, roll the pelvis forward. Exhale, roll the pelvis back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Super simple. Flex from the lower spine. Inhale forward, powerful breath. Exhale back. Rounded spine like cat. So cat, cow. With strong inhales. Let's do this for 60 seconds. Ready, set, begin. On my rhythm or your own rhythm is fine. Remember, if the mind wanders, just bring it back to the breath. This is just as much a breath practice as it is a movement practice. So really focus a lot of your energy on breathing deeply in. Inhale, reach the arms up, and then we'll pull on what's called the root lock. That's a slight constriction of the pelvic floor muscles, as if you're trying to stop yourself from peeing. You're going to pull the navel to spine. That's a sucking in motion. And you're going to reach up, chin to chest. That's the Jalandhara Bandha. Suspend the breath, and then exhale. Slowly move the arms down. Ground the fingertips. Feel the earth beneath you. Allow the breath to return to normal. Place fingers in Gyan Mudra, forefinger and thumb together, backs of the hands on the knees. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Remember Ujjayi breaths. Deep breath in. Twice as long the exhale for 8. Deep breath in for 4. And pause. Exhale for 8. We'll do some spinal twists. Inhale, the hands up overhead. Exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand grounds behind. Spinal twist, gentle twist. Inhale, reach up with the crown of the head, elongate the spine. Exhale, look just slightly further towards the right. Use both the face, the neck to gaze right, but also the eyeballs to gaze as far right as you can. Inhale. Exhale, utilize the breath to get more deeply into this posture. Inhale into the belly. And exhale, fully navel to spine. Like you're trying to press the air out by pressing your navel towards your spine. Inhale, the hands up, gently unwind. Exhale, opposite side, right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Press into the right or the left knee. Ground the hand. Use the arms and the hands as a fulcrum to gently twist the spine. Inhale deeply into the belly. Exhale, twist. Inhale into the belly. Exhale, twist. Inhale, gently unwind. Exhale, switch sides for 1 breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, switch sides for 1 breath. Inhale, reach high. Place the 4 fingers in front, thumb behind. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Spinal twists, gentle twists. This is a Kundalini Kriya. We'll move the spine in all 6 directions. We'll do it for 60 seconds. Ready, set, begin. Strong, powerful breaths. 10 more. Gentle twist, powerful breath. Inhale left, exhale right. 5, 4, 3, 1. Inhale, reach, pull on the locks. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha, pelvic floor, navel to spine, chin to chest. Inhale, suspend the breath, reach. And exhale, the hands down slowly. Slow exhale, slow movement. Ground the fingertips, close the eyes. Feel the energy of the earth beneath you. Tune into the subtle body, the energetic body. Inhale and feel the space to the left of you. Exhale and energetically feel the space to the right of you. Gyan Mudra. And a full exhale. Take a deep inhale. Pause at the top. And a full exhale. Navel to spine. Deep inhale. Pause. Full exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, 1. Okay. Make your way to. Let's do side bends. Inhale, the left hand high, ground the right hand, reach up into the right with your left hand. One long line of energy. Feel the stretch all the way from the hip tip to the left middle fingertip. You can press into the right hand as you ground the right sits bones to get a little bit more as the intercostal muscles, the muscles in between the ribs, begin to spread apart. Inhale and reach. Exhale, ground that hand. Switch sides. Inhale, reach up to the left. Feel those intercostal muscles begin to spread apart. Make sure your shoulders are in line with the top edge of the mat. Inhale, reach. Exhale, ground and switch sides. Inhale. Exhale, ground. Inhale, reach with the other hand. Exhale, ground. Inhale, reach left. Exhale, ground left. Reach right. So it's an inhale as you reach up towards the sky, and exhale as you ground. Again, we'll do this 60 seconds on my rhythm or at your own pace. Ready, set, begin. Moving the spine in all 6 directions. Really great way to warm up the day. Yogi Bhajan's spinal series. Very simple but very powerful evolutionary movement, a kriya that helps us with our spine, which is so important. So important because they say you're only as old as your spine. Really important to do daily maintenance on the spine. Move it in all 6 directions. Ten more. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and inhale deeply all the way into the belly, into the chest. Reach high, pull on blocks, pelvic floor, navel to spine, chin to chest. Really reach high and inhale. And exhale. Slowly lower the hands. Feel the energy of the earth beneath you. Place the hands in Gyan Mudra. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Utilize the breath to steady. If your mind wanders, bring your mind back to the breath. Deep breath in. Pause. Full exhale. out through the nose. Deep breath in through the nose. Pause. Full breath out through the nose. Silence and stillness. Okay, make your way to your back. Feet on the mat. Inhale, bridge, lift the hips up towards the sky. Exhale, lower down, ground the sacrum, press the lower back into the mat so it's flat against the earth. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Press into the big toes, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, lower. Press the navel through the spine into the ground. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. We'll do this for about 60 seconds. Ready, set, begin. Ten more. Three, two, one. Lift up, press into the big toes, squeeze the glutes. If you can, walk the shoulder blades underneath you, walk your hands closer together. Maybe you might be able to clasp the hands together. Inhale and suspend the breath. And when you can't hold it any longer, slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time. Knock the knees in towards each other. Left hand on the heart, right hand on the belly. Silence and stillness. Beautiful. Wonderful. Okay. We're going to get into the engine room of the body. Slowly begin to warm up the core. Manipura chakra. This is the seed, the pit where all energy is created. We call it the engine room. So we're going to get into the engine room and begin that energy generation in the core. Core engagement, very important here. So we'll, as we breathe, squeeze our core in a 360 direction. So the front, the sides, and the back. Really ground the lower back into the mat. Squeeze by squeezing on all the muscles in the abdomen. We'll begin with crunches. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, exhale. Some people like to exhale as they go up, so feel free to play around with that. But we'll do this for about 30 seconds. Ready, set, begin. You can even pause at the top. Make sure to do your best. Tapasya, a huge piece of yogi wisdom. Tapasya, always do your best. Only you know what that is. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Squeeze. Squeeze. Hold. And lower down slowly. Left hand on the belly. Right hand on the heart. Allow that to settle. Okay, right into the next one. This time we'll put the hands behind the head. Lift up like a sit-up. Also lift the legs up off the ground. Press the elbows towards the knees. Pause. Squeeze the elbows towards the knees, knees towards the elbows. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Squeeze, exhale, lower. We'll do this for about 30 seconds. Ready, set, begin. Make sure to press that lower back into the mat. You don't want to arch the spine at all. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up and squeeze. Squeeze the core 360. And lower down. Mini Shavasana. Let the breath return to normal. Leg lifts. Straighten the legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Both legs at once or one leg at a time, whatever's better in your body. One leg at a time is a little easier. Both legs more difficult. Make sure your lower back is grounded. And if you need a little bit more, you can also inhale and reach up towards the toes. That'll be your most difficult version. We'll do this for another 30 seconds. Ready, set, begin. Strong, powerful breaths. Remember, just as much a breath practice as it is a movement practice. Really squeeze the core. Don't want to arch the back. Use the core. Ten more. And 1, lift and squeeze. Hold, suspend the breath, squeeze, squeeze, and slowly lower. Mini Shavasana. One hand on the belly, one hand on the stomach. Silence and stillness. We'll do two more for the core. This time Russian twists. You can do this from seated or from low boat. Inhale, as if you're trying to place a basketball into your left pocket. Inhale, exhale, the basketball into the right pocket. Ready, set, begin. Inhale, lift, squeeze. And lower. Make your way to your stomach. We'll do one final. This one for the core in the back. Superman's. Inhale, lift. Either a cobra, or you can reach your arms out in front of you. You can reach your legs and your arms up off the ground. And we'll pause at the top and hold for 5 seconds. Lower down. Inhale, reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. If you want a little bit more, you can even go into floor bow if that's in your practice. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. You can place the hands on top of each other. Place the forehead on the hands or the chin on top of the hands. And breathe into the lower back. Inhale to create space at the L5-S1 area. Slow, long, deep inhales and exhales. If the mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. Inhale, bend at the knees. Begin to do circles with the feet. Bring the breath to movement. Inhale in one direction, exhale back in the other direction. Long inhales, at least 5 seconds. Long exhales, at least 5 seconds. Your circles can be big or small. Inhale clockwise, exhale counterclockwise. Couple more like that. Inhale, feet back up towards 12 o'clock. Exhale, both feet down towards the right. Take a deep inhale, deep exhale. Inhale, both feet up. Exhale, feet down towards the left. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Inhale, reach them both back up towards the top. Exhale, down towards the right. Inhale, back up. Exhale to the left and take a deep breath. Find Cobra. Inhale, little to no weight in the hands. Rise up. Exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Hips high. Press into the forefinger and thumb. Reach up with the hips, and the heels can be high. Press your chest towards your thighs. Inhale. And exhale, lower the heels down towards the mat. They don't have to touch, but just lower the heels down closer towards the mat as you reach high. Press into the forefinger and thumb. Reach the chest towards the thighs. As if you're trying to scoot the mat forward, really ground every finger pad in the hands and try to scoot the mat forward while you also try and scoot the mat backwards with your feet. And breathe deeply. Inhale, exhale, and then take 10 steps with hip circles towards the top of the mat. Big hip circles. Great mobility exercise to get into the hips. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. You can bend your knees a lot here. If you'd like, you can also straighten them. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Ground into the feet, root down. All four corners, pressing the big toe, the pinky toe, the knife edge, the inside edge. Inhale, glide up, one vertebrae at a time, with the chin glued to the chest. Inhale, rise, hands up towards the sky. Exhale, hands in prayer. We'll do a few sun salutations. Remember that lower body, grounded, all four corners of the feet. Squeeze the glutes, the thighs, the quads, the hamstrings, really strong lower body. Scoop the tailbone underneath you, roll their shoulders back and down, shine the chest forward, the hands forward. Inhale. Hands up towards the sky. Exhale, reach towards the ground with the chin, arms out wide. Exhale fully, and then chin to chest. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Squeeze the shoulder blades at the top, flat back, parallel with the ground. Exhale, forward fold. We'll move slowly here, breath to movement. Inhale, step back, plank pose. Press the earth away, press into all of the finger pads, really strong hands, especially the forefinger and thumb. Get out of the shoulder sockets. If you're a little bit lowered into the shoulder sockets, press the earth away, get out of the shoulders. Inhale, press the heels back towards the mat. One long line of energy, squeeze the glutes, internally rotate the thighs. Inhale, shift forward on the toes. Exhale, lower down. Slow, controlled. Inhale through a halfway lift. Cobra. Exhale. Reach up towards the sky, downward facing dog. With the hips. Inhale here. And exhale. Heels down towards the mat. As if you're trying to squeeze a giant beach ball with your elbows. Internally rotate the elbows in towards each other. Inhale, reach high with the hips. Press the chest towards the thighs. Inhale, exhale. And then step towards the top. Left foot meets the right. Uttanasana, forward fold. From the chest. Full exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back. As if you're trying to squeeze a pencil in between your shoulder blades. Squeeze. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. One vertebrae at a time. Slowly inhale, slowly rise. With a strong foundation. Chin glued to chest until finally you reach high. Or Stasana, upward facing salute. Really reach with that strong lower body. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Think about one thing you're grateful for in this moment. And inhale the hands high. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, halfway lift. Strong, powerful breaths here. Squeeze at the top. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Step back. Exhale. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Flip the feet, upward facing dog. Don't allow the knees to touch the ground. Keep them raised high. Strong lower body. Pull the shoulders back and down. Inhale, look up towards the sky. Exhale, leave the gaze where it is. Begin to flip the toes and exhale the hips towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, look towards the navel. This is where your gaze should always be in downward facing dog, looking towards the navel, chin to chest. Inhale, exhale, fullest expression, downward facing dog. When you're ready, hop, step, or jump towards the front. Inhale through a halfway lift. Squeeze, exhale, forward fold, chin to chest. Inhale, root down. All four corners of the feet. Slowly glide the hands up the shins. Glue the chin to the chest. Inhale. Urdhva Hastasana. Place hands in prayer. Exhale to the heart. Press the heart into the thumbs, thumbs into the heart. Think of one thing you're grateful for today. Just one thing. Thank Creator, God, Universe, Higher Power for this opportunity to be alive today. Notice the peace we've already generated throughout this practice. Make your way to a seat. Deep inhale and a full exhale. Deep inhale and a full exhale. Meditation 1 minute. Focus on the heart center with your eyes closed as we cultivate inner peace, which is essential. It is the keystone in your foundation for harmonious relationships, whether it be friends, family, dedication to the morning practice, to a daily centering. You might wake up on the wrong side of the bed. You might be worried about something you have to do later on in the day or in the week. That's why we come to center every morning with the sun. The sunrise is our reminder to do our morning practice every day. Congratulations on making it to your mat today. It is an early victory. Deep breath in. Pause. Full exhale. Deep breath in. And a full breath out. We do a couple more things here. Let's begin with Sat Kriya. You can sit on the heels. Sit tall on the heels. Sits bones on top of heels. You can also do it from Sukhasana, easy seat. Rise the hands up off the mat. Pistol grip. Now switch your thumbs so that the opposite thumb is on top. Close the eyes. We'll say Sat Nam. Sat, truth. Nam, identity. Truth is my identity. As we say Sat, we'll press the navel to spine. As we say Nam, we'll allow the abdomen to re-inflate. Inhale auto-magically. Sat Nam, Sat Nam. We'll do that for about 2 minutes. See, it's 54 and 40 seconds. Ready, set, begin. Sat Nam, 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 Sat Nam. Stay steady. Stay reaching up towards the sky. Strong. Sat Nam. Yes, I can. Sat Nam. Yes, you can. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. You can either say the mantra or say it silently to yourself. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Do your best here. Only you know what is your best. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat. You can also do breath of fire here if that works better for you. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Satnam, Satnam. Allergy season. Satnam, 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 Satnam. Commit to the reach. Satnam. Snap the navel of the spine on your exhale. About another minute. Sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, sat, sat. Sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat. Reach up towards the sky. Hold. Reach. Inhale, suspend the breath. Pull on the pelvic floor muscles. Chin to chest. Reach. Reach. And exhale. Allow that to settle. Deep breath in. Full exhale. Full inhale. Full exhale. Alternate nostril breathing. Index finger, middle finger, right hand on the third eye. Cover up the right nostril with the thumb. Inhale in through the left. Pause at the top. Close both nostrils. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Pause. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Pause. Exhale through the right. Pause. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Pause. Exhale through left. Inhale left. Close both. Exhale through the right. Continue. Close the eyes if they aren't already. Continue breathing as we inquire, how can we create more peace in relationships? In this state of calm and peace, it makes it easier for us to choose the peaceful route. Instead of choosing to make our voice heard, to choose to seek to understand others. Instead of choosing to judge, choosing to understand. Maybe we can choose to ask more questions. Maybe we might choose to speak less and listen more. Maybe we might choose to smile. Maybe we might choose to put our phones away and to give people our full presence. Whether they're a family member or a stranger on the street. Maybe we can choose to look them into the eye. Maybe we can choose to stay in a hug just 1 second longer. Let's finish class today with a mantra. Om Mani Padme Hum. Let's rub the palms together. Place the hands at heart center. Press the thumbs into the heart, heart into the thumbs. You can close the eyes. Inhale. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Say one final prayer. Creator, God, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, universe, Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, all the ascended masters. Thank you so much for this day, for this opportunity to be alive, for this opportunity to live out my true purpose. I pray for just the energy to fulfill that true purpose today. I trust that you'll put me in the right places with the right people. And I trust you'll nudge me in the right direction, doing the things that I'm put on this earth to do. Sat Nam, Amen, Namaste. The light within me recognizes, bows to, and honors the light within you and the light within all beings. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice on this path to peace. The path to peace requires a daily commitment to your morning sadhana. Only when we are at peace with ourselves will we be able to live peacefully with others. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Central.
She walked through the gate, we only going up from here. We only going up from here. Walk like a god. Your goddess is near. Whoa. I stopped chasing love the day I started chasing purpose. Stood up in the mirror, said I'm worth more than the surface. Feast my crown before I ever asked nobody to see it. Started walking different and the universe believed it. Shoulders back and chest out like my ancestors are watching. Every step intentional, ain't nobody gonna stop it. Used to beg for love like it was something I was lacking. Now I move in silence and the right one came attracted. I didn't find her, she found me. Standing in my life, standing in my peace. The moment I became the man I prayed to be, she appeared like God and said everything. Walk back to God, walk back to God. Stand in your power and your God is gon' come. Walk back to God, walk back to God. She don't want no boy running, she want a man who's done. Walk back to God, walk back to God. Fix your crown, king, the best is yet to come. Just walk back to God, and everything you need gon' find you where you stand. She said, I love the way you move like you already know. Like every room you step in rearranges for your soul. I told her, baby, I was broken not that long ago, but I decided I was golden and the rest just flow. Now she my goddess and I'm building her a temple. Not from diamonds or from dollars, something deeper, something gentle. Every morning that I wake up next to grace like this. I thank the man I chose to be for bringing me to this. I didn't find her, she found me. Standing in my life, standing in my peace. The moment I became the man I prayed to be, she appeared like God, answered everything. Kings don't chase, they attract. Guys don't beg, they create. I built myself a throne of fate. She walked through the gate, we only going up from here. We only going up from here. Walk like the God. Your goddess is near. Walk like a goddess. I stopped chasing love the day I started chasing purpose. Stood up in the mirror, said I'm worth more than the surface. Feast my crown before I ever asked nobody to see it. Started walking different and the universe believed it. Shoulders back and chest out like my ancestors are watching. Every step intentional, ain't nobody gonna stop it. Used to beg for love like it was something I was lacking. Now I move in silence and the right one came attracted. I didn't find her, she found me. Standing in my life, standing in my peace. The moment I became the man I prayed to be, she appeared like God and said everything. Walk back to God, walk back to God. Stand in your power and your God is gon' come.